It's Wednesday again.
It is. Welcome to Midweek Mountains and our show. We got some cool stuff to talk about today.
Kind of a continuation of last week.
Yeah, it kind of is. I mean,
yeah.
We probably got 3 weeks total that we're going to be talking about our European trip.
Oh my God, boy, it was such a great trip. But I don't remember it anymore. It's too far away. I have to go back on another one to help me remember.
Yeah. Hey, good evening, new times, new beginnings.
Hello, welcome in.
Yeah, so it was a great trip, but the greatest thing about that trip were the people that we were with.
Yeah,
Sean and Tara. That really made the trip is having some travel buddies with us and getting to hang out for 10 days, I guess. And just having a great time.
So that, brings me to a question, because we're a couple, right? And, we're traveling couples. So you and I tend to kind of just do things on our own.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, most of our travel has been just the two of us. It's not like sometimes we travel with other people, but not always. Right. Welcome in, Bud Files.
Welcome. Hello.
Good to have you here tonight.
So that brings me to the question, are there people out there that experience traveling with friends and groups and stuff? Or do they just travel by themselves? Or do they travel solo? Yeah. And so what would you say before we get into our, big topic?
Yeah.
Would you say that you've had more fun on trips that was not just you and I, but or you and me?
But, it's a little different. DJP, welcome in.
Hello.
Going to Norwegian Fjords next spring.
Oh yeah.
So looking forward to hearing of your experience.
We have a lot to talk about. For sure.
And welcome in. I don't think I've seen your name before, DJP. So glad to have you here. I'd say probably about 50% of our trips have been just the two of us, and probably 50% has been with someone else.
I mean, that's a good quick guess. Yeah. Normally, you take a while to think of those things.
I think it's probably about 50-50 because almost every year in St. Martin we're with someone else.
That's true. Yeah.
And probably about maybe not quite half our cruises, but a lot of them we are with other people that we know.
Yeah. I would say sometimes it's a lot more fun with people that you know. And sometimes it's kind of nice to have a quiet time with just you and me. So
there are always some challenges, especially as creators, when you're traveling with other people.
That's true.
Because you don't always feel like you have the time to do a lot of the creative stuff when you're with other people, because that takes time away from what everybody's doing.
But there are some people that are like, oh wow, I get to see behind the scenes. This is pretty cool.
So it's not always a problem, and especially when we're eating or something, it's great to be at a table with other people because then you get to see all the other food that they're eating in addition to just what you get. So and we get to share that as well. So
okay.
So it's kind of a mixed bag, but
yeah.
But as far as St. Martin goes, we have enjoyed time by ourselves in St. Martin, which is why we bought a second week that we've only used once. But at the same time, we get to see St. Martin through different eyes when we take friends and stuff with us because we get to show our favorite island to them.
Yeah,
so
that's right.
Anyway.
All right.
Norwegian Fjords. Norwegian Fjords,
right. Yes. So if you joined us last week, you knew that we transported.
We flew into Amsterdam.
We went to Amsterdam, and so we took a cruise ship out of Amsterdam.
Yeah. We took Celebrity Eclipse out of Amsterdam. It was a 7-night cruise, and we went to Molde, Olsund, Ulden, and Bergen. Those were our stops.
Okay.
Yeah. It's not
Ulden. What was the third one you said? You didn't say
Olsund.
Right.
Ålesund.
Yeah.
It looks like it's spelled
yeah.
Ailson.
Yeah, he tries to speak like locals.
Well, I
you
try
know.
to pronounce it like the locals. And it's like MOLDE. It's like, okay, this is a mold town. Yeah, no, it's Mulde.
It's
Mulde.
Molde.
Yeah. Anyway, so we went to, those were our ports.
We had one sea day, no, two. We had one in the beginning,
One in the beginning,
one
in the end.
out in the North Sea, and one back on the North Sea.
Yeah.
And if anybody was looking at our social media, I posted a picture about the very large waves in the North Sea.
This was end of July, beginning of August. The sea was pretty rough even at that time.
Yes.
Amsterdam, while they were having a heat wave, and it was 90 degrees when we got back.
Norway was not.
Norway was not. Yes.
No.
In general, we were high 40s to maybe high 50s in Norway.
Yeah.
And there was at least a day or two where it was kind of raining.
Yes.
So, first tips: how to dress for Norway.
Well, and they say there's no bad. Oh, what is it? Do you remember?
They say that there's no such thing as bad weather, only bad clothes.
Yes.
So
make sure you bring layers. Layers.
Bring your layers. Bring your wind protection and your water protection.
And if you have a water protection and wind protection all in one, even better. Less you have to carry.
Yeah, as long as it'll keep you warm.
Yes.
I happen to have a hoodie that zips into my rain jacket, so that was a perfect combo. If it wasn't too cold, I could take the hoodie off and just wear the rain jacket, or vice versa. So,
right.
So that's a good thing. Waterproof shoes, of course, something you're probably going to want so that your mesh sneakers aren't getting wet when you're walking in the rain or something like that.
And I was smart this time because I brought my hiking boots, which I should have brought to Alaska, and I did not.
Yes.
So this time I did, and my feet were very happy because they were warm and dry.
There you go.
And also, if since we're talking about layers, wear tight shirts underneath if you can. And if you do want to take it off, if you're not embarrassed to wear like tank tops or, short or, like short sleeve shirts when you wear sweatshirts and then, whatever else is on top. So,
so that pretty much covers clothing. I say
you never
for the
know
most,
what weather you're going to get at any time.
You don't know what kind of weather you're going to get. Luckily, we had
some pretty decent weather.
We packed for both seasons.
We had to because Amsterdam was so hot.
Amsterdam was going to be a lot warmer, yeah. Mm-hmm. So we wore shorts in Amsterdam. We wore long pants and hoodies and rain jackets and stuff in Norway. But that's the way it goes. So that's something to keep in mind for sure. The ports.
Well, one more thing about the North Sea.
Okay.
It wasn't as rough on the way back, but I will say there was a lot of times where the outer decks were closed off because of the wind.
Yes.
And, because it was pretty rough. So, keep that in mind. If you are prone to sickness, there's patches or guest services gave out some stronger than over-the-counter stuff.
Yeah, they were giving out. They had little packets of seasickness pills at guest services. I actually went down and got one, took it. It kind of knocked me out, threw me for a loop, so I didn't take any more. I was like, I'm just going to deal with it.
Now, I will say I have been very fortunate that I have not really had any issues about being sick or nauseous or anything on any of the cruise. But there was one time for like an hour that we went up to the 14th deck. To the Sky Observation Lounge. And we went to trivia or whatever. And that was rocking and rolling up there. Yeah. And let me tell you what, after an hour, we were all like, I'm done. Let's
deck
go.
14 forward. You're at the extreme top of the ship. The extreme front of the ship. You're going to feel the absolute most of those waves.
Going downstairs to like mid-level, I think we went to Albaccio or whatever in that area, and that was like deck 5 or deck 6. You didn't feel anything. So as you did up top. So keep that in mind for people that do have some issues or whatever. There's a tip for you.
I should have dug into our first aid kit and just taken Bonine, which is not supposed to have that bad of an effect on you. I've taken it once before. I don't normally get seasick, but every once in a while, if it's really
you were not feeling that great, but we were a little off because of jet lag, and I don't care what anybody says, jet lag is real. I used to be like, nah.
Jet lag definitely hit me harder.
There's keep talking, I'm gonna get a picture here.
It hit me pretty hard on the way over, and there were several days when I was napping mid-afternoon because I just
all of us
couldn't get my my internal clock regulated. I could not sleep on the plane, even though we had lay flat seats, and that's another story you can watch last week's live.
All right, so this was on an excursion in Molde. Is that what you say? How you say it, right? Molde.
Yeah.
And I was really enjoying it, but
fell right asleep in her seat.
I was tired, and my head just went bloop right down.
Yep.
And I didn't even know I was sleeping. And then I woke up, and everybody was sitting around me looking at me, and I was like, "Oh, hello." Jet lag is real.
So yeah, you're gonna in Norway. Moving on to talking about Norway.
Yeah, finally.
There are at least a dozen or more ports that you could potentially go to in Norway. We just experienced 4 of them.
Yes.
So all we can tell you about is our opinion of the 4 that we visited.
Mm-hmm. And I'm really glad that we had the itinerary that we had and the order that we had it.
Yeah.
So
and it's going to be a little bit difficult to try to remember and differentiate between some of the ports.
Why?
Well, Molde, we took the ferry.
Mm-hmm.
So we took a ferry all the way
this was a pretty
to the
cool
end of the
excursion.
fjord.
Yeah. So we took it out, and they showed us all the different villages and the different areas and stuff,
and told us stories about different things.
The first church, and and all of that stuff, and then we took it all the way to this little fishing village.
Yep, it was a little fishing village at the head of the fjord.
Mm-hmm.
No glaciers or anything like that.
Said anything about what the name of it was?
But
you went upstairs. You went outside for a while. I kind of stayed inside.
I went out up top and shot some video as we were going through the fjord, and then we got on buses at the end and took the buses all the way back.
Yeah, so we got to see the land and sea, and I thought that was a pretty cool excursion.
It was pretty cool.
Yeah. With a lot of information.
The town itself of Molde, there wasn't much there, from what I recall. That's one of the things that I noticed first off as a big difference between Alaska and Norway was that the ports were not as developed or as tourist driven as Alaskan ports are. You go to
some of them.
You go to Ketchikan, Skagway, Juneau, and they're
all built up.
Tons and tons of shops with all kinds of Alaska stuff, and breweries and restaurants, and you name it, everything's there. Some of the ports have that, but it's not.
Yeah,
nowhere near.
The first.
A lot of them are
the first 2 that we went to were very small.
Yeah.
And they weren't really built up, which is not a bad thing.
Yeah.
But you didn't have like all of the touristy shops and like stuff like that where you can kind of walk around and buy stuff.
There wasn't a whole lot to do in the town.
Right. It was a lot of it was more excursion based.
Yeah.
To kind of go and see the area instead of hanging out in board.
Yeah. So if you don't have an excursion, sometimes there's options, like, was it? It
was Olden.
Ulden. Yep.
Ulden.
Yeah. We had no excursions in Ulden, but we got off the ship and we took 2 different excursions, right?
We did 2 different things.
We did 2 different things.
Yeah.
But
and the one that we found was a glacier and waterfall. Yes, go ahead, you can put that up there.
Yeah, less touristy sounds good.
And you know what? I enjoyed the first two more than I did the second two.
Really?
I did. My favorite was probably Olden, since you want to pronounce it properly.
Olden was the third one.
That was the second one. That was when they serenaded us. That was the second one. Alsound was the third one.
Olesund?
Yeah. Yeah. So you'll hear us kind of going back and forth on who's going to pronounce which way. But anyway, yes. So the second one was Olden. Olden.
Olden. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the one that we took the bus up to the glacier and came back. And then we
went to the waterfall and the glacier, and then we came back and did the sky lift.
And then we went down to Lowen and took the sky lift up like 2,000
and see,
feet.
and that had places to go around, and that had some touristy stuff, and we chose not to do it.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, so it wasn't like right there. That was kind of cool because it docked right there. Well, first off, coming into that fjord, it was beautiful. The water was like green, and there was like fog down, you know, in the mountains, and there were like just houses kind of scattered around, and then this one section they couldn't get through the rock, I guess, so they built a tunnel, and there was a road like directly on the shore of the water as we were kind of coming in. And then at one point the cloud or the fog went behind the ship, like kind of down, and it went across the water behind the ship. It was really cool. Like that whole, like, you didn't see it. I was on the balcony most of the time taking pictures and stuff. But that was, I want to say, the most beautiful entry of the entire thing that I saw. You know, again, I wasn't always out there when we got in there, but I really enjoyed that. It was beautiful.
But the Lowen Skylift was probably one of the most dramatic things.
Well, I was still talking about coming in. There was also waterfalls coming in. And then there was snow on top of the mountains. And I come inside. I'm like, Corey. He's like, what? There's snow up by the mountains. So I took some pictures of that.
Probably glaciers, but
no.
Who knows?
I don't think so.
Snowpack. I don't know.
Yeah. And then as you come in, and then it kind of turns and you come into like this cove. It was really cool. That was one of my favorites. For sure. Yeah.
And what did we do in Olden?
So we went to the glaciers and the waterfall, and so the first stop was like this huge area of running water and stuff, and we walked across the bridge and whatnot, and kind of came across this like big area of water.
Sorry, I'm getting them a little bit confused.
Yeah,
because that was the same port that we went to the Lowen Skylift.
That is correct.
Okay, but
we did it after this.
Right.
Yeah.
So the other small port, what did we do in that one?
That was the one that we took the ferry across the fjord and the bus back.
Okay, that was the first stop.
First one, yeah.
And you're saying that the glacier and the Skylift were the third stop, or the second stop?
Yes.
So what did we do at the third stop?
The third one was Alson. We did the Art Nouveau walk in the city. Sorry, I have to catch him up, y'all. So just bear with us for a second.
Trying to remember these little.
I have pictures if you need
that was pretty cool.
Wait, don't fast forward. We're still on Olden.
Olden.
Yes.
All right.
And then the glacier was like, I don't know, in the middle of like this road that was like a curvy road. They kind of just stopped, and it was quiet, and it was just the colors,
like campgrounds
and the
hiking and all kinds of stuff around there.
The glacier,
and then you could see the glacier off in the distance.
The fog, of course, was down low,
and there was a big lake there.
Mm-hmm.
And
there was a waterfall behind us that went underneath the road into the body of water. Yeah. Where we were.
And the water was, like Lori said, kind of like a cloudy, almost milky green color from the glacial silt that the crushed rocks from all the glaciers.
Yeah, that was definitely my favorite out of all of them. It was just so picturesque, and driving past all of these like green and it wasn't even that, but it was like it was so calm and crystal clear, or at least on top like glass looking, that you saw all of the farmland and the clouds and the mountains. They were all like reflecting in the water. It was just, it was absolutely breathtaking.
Yeah.
And that's, I think, probably why I liked it the best, was because it was just amazingly beautiful.
Yeah.
And it was pretty cool.
And that was a little in Ulden. They had like a strip of shops.
Mm-hmm. And then they had that grocery store, but you had to walk a little ways away to go to the grocery store.
Okay, yeah. So they had, like,
and there was also like souvenirs and stuff.
And they had souvenirs there, so you could get some little stuff.
Yeah, there was an area where you could shop, and they asked, "Do you want to stay here and shop?" And you were like, "Nah, we want to go back to the."
Oh, that was
the shed. Yeah.
The grocery store area. Yeah.
Yeah, and then we went to the sky lift. And in fact, I have a video that I can share.
Well, you can't hold your phone up to the screen. That's just
I'm gonna,
silly.
Yeah, I can for a second. It's a.
If you want to share the video, airdrop it to me, and I'll put it up.
There was shops there because the trolls.
Well, yeah, I knew there were shops there.
Oh, okay. All right. So here, this is one. You want me to airdrop this to you?
Sure.
Okay. Because this is a fun video. All right, so you're gonna. How do I airdrop it to you?
To my iMac.
Oh, that's not your iMac's not coming up.
Well, hit that then. Oh.
Okay. There it is.
Oh, there we go.
There it is. Okay, put it up. It's a little fun video.
All right.
Yeah, and then we need to talk about these things. We need to talk about these things.
The trolls.
Yeah, because that was an old one too.
Downloads. There we go.
Okay.
Okay.
You ready?
I am about to do this.
You gotta start it over.
Okay. I'm gonna do it. Okay.
I don't know if you got that, but
I am about to do this.
you actually see it. Oh, yeah, you can see the cables there.
Whew. That was pretty high up there. And if anybody knows anything about Lori,
yeah, so
she doesn't.
I think
she's
it
afraid
went
of
up like
heights.
2,000 feet.
Yeah, it was up there.
And just two cars that would trade places going up and down. It was quite a trip up there. We got to the very top, and there was this huge deck where you could sit out on. There was a restaurant up there. There were coffee shops, all kinds of stuff. It was a really neat location. We could look down into the fjord and see our ship down there. So it was pretty cool for sure.
Yeah.
What?
I'm gonna send just a couple pictures so people can see it. So you guys can see it if you want to. Anyway, it's pretty cool. Try not to get There's just a couple. Yeah, I know.
All right.
Yeah, like you're over there.
Let's see. Let's open these up real quick. Let's see. Oh, I don't know that I can open those. Those are HEIC.
No, it comes from. Can you click and drag?
No, I got to convert it.
Oh, well, it's a good thing that you have IT professional. There you go. One moment,
right.
please. We're getting it ready for you. Well, maybe they want to see some stuff.
All right, let's see what's this is. Oh yeah, so there's a ship
That was actually
down
zoomed
below.
in. So.
And then we've got, that's not zoomed in. So that's the ship way, way down there.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, so that was a regular picture. I think the other one was the other side.
And then, oh yeah, there's the other side. And
then the fjord was
little,
over there, right? The little town.
The little town of Lowen that was down below there. So yeah, pretty cool.
See, I knew that you guys. Thank you for waiting. And there's so many beautiful pictures. Like I think I'm gonna go back and do a little book.
You gotta go through all those pictures and do something with them.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna make a little book for us because there were so many beautiful photos.
Yeah.
And yeah.
So those videos should be coming out for roughly a couple of months.
Usually,
I'm not sure exactly where we're at.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we still have
reflection
to do before that. So
yeah,
we got a little bit of a backlog of videos right now, but we got a new one every Saturday. So
yes,
you guys can enjoy that
at usually around 7 o'clock somewhere.
Yeah. Around 7 o'clock on Saturdays, we have a new video from our travels come out. So make sure you you hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't ever miss any of those new videos.
And so just a little bit about the skylift. So going up, you were enclosed, so it wasn't so bad, which was good.
Going down, you're enclosed too.
Yes. Okay. And so we get up there, and the weather is actually really good. And it's pretty clear.
At first, it was clear. Mm-hmm. You could see the fog down below a little bit, but it was starting to clear up.
Yeah, and I was probably this far from the like I couldn't get any closer because every time I would, my knees would buckle. And so I got as close as I could to take pictures and stuff like that. And
I mean, it's like I think it's close to 2,000 feet up.
Yeah,
so it is a drop.
And on the other side, which we did not experience because the weather started to turn and get pretty bad, was like a little hiking trail. Not a little, but there was hiking on the other side that would take you up even higher.
Yeah, you could take this hiking trail that would take you all the way up to the summit.
Yeah.
Where you had even better views, and you could see on the other side of the mountain that we were on. But it started to rain while we were there.
It did, and then everybody like crammed into this little tiny store, and I was like, "Oh, I gotta get out of here."
Yeah, there was a little shop up top that sold all kinds of neat stuff, but we never had a chance.
Yeah, so if you noticed in the picture, so DJP, the clothes, for sure. Yes. If you notice,
I think what she said was enclosed.
Enclosed. Yeah, funny pants. Yeah. If you did notice, though, in the video that I had my hoodie sweatshirt and a jacket on top of that, and layers underneath. So yeah, it was a little chilly up there. And
I tell you one thing, we found the ultimate travel backpack at the Lowen Skylift down below at the shop at the base.
Yes, we did.
And it's one of those fold up backpacks that folds into itself and zips up into just a little square.
You want me to go get mine?
And sure,
okay.
if you want to.
Sure.
It's got decent straps, and it's got water bottle holders on each side, plenty of storage capacity. I saw that, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm going to trade out this other stuff that I'm trying to carry along with me to carry our camera gear and all the other stuff that we have to carry. I'm just going to trade it out for this little backpack. Did that. Get off the ship, grab a bottle of water, shove it in that side pocket, and boom, you're good to go.
So this is how big it is. The size of my head almost, right? It's very small. and you open it up.
So it doesn't actually zip into a pocket. That's actually, I forget how it works, but
it goes inside the pouch.
oh, yeah, that's right.
I have to find the right place.
Yeah.
So you got your pockets on the side, and then you got your, and I've got my little clog, my little Amsterdam clog, and then it's a pretty decent size.
Yep, and also you've got this zip pocket right here, which you can put like a wallet or something like that in, so you don't have to dig around for it.
Yeah, and it's a backpack.
Yep, and the 2 water bottle pockets plus this third little pouch pocket.
Yeah.
I mean it worked great for us. I was carrying a sling bag that weighed a lot and would always seem to be in the way, whereas this backpack was great.
It's just so light, and I got one from
got one on the Holland America that you really liked,
but it didn't have the water bottle pouches.
Didn't have the water bottle,
and so that was why when I saw this with the water bottle pouches, I had to get it.
Anyway, so let's move on. Let's get back to Norway.
Yeah.
So that was
we said we'd be talking about
Ulden.
tips and stuff. So this is a tip.
Ålesund, or Ailsund is the way it's spelled.
Alesund.
Yes. That city burned to the ground in 1900.
Yeah, it was
something
early
like
1900s.
That. And it was rebuilt in the Art Nouveau style, and so all of those buildings are pretty much remaining. And so we took a walking tour around the town to where they pointed out all those different buildings, and that actually was
that had a lot of history.
There was a lot of history there.
Yeah.
There was a large area to walk around and see stuff, and that probably had some of the easiest shopping areas to get to. That was a nice little.
I enjoyed that area.
I wish we would have seen more of it, because there were so many more things to do.
Mm-hmm.
There was like a.
I lost
something in that. Was it a hiking trail up to a peak or something like that?
There was another viewpoint area.
Like a viewpoint that you could walk up to. So there were a lot of neat things that you could do there. And that was probably
I didn't put it in as well as the last
fairly large little town to explore.
Yeah, let's see if I get any pics so that way I can share on that one.
But
while you're talking,
going back to Ulden.
Oh, well,
when it was a small little town, but when we cast off from the dock,
I'll talk about that.
There was a restaurant right there by the dock, and they had these huge speakers set up, and they just started playing music, and they were all out there waving at us.
They were serenading. I was napping.
It was like serenading us.
I was napping, and I was like, "What is that?" And you're like, "They're serenading us."
Yeah.
And I got out, and
it was very interesting. I mean, certainly something that I have never experienced in the port before.
No, and I thought that was really great. I enjoyed it. I did get a video of Andrea Bocelli's "Time to Say Goodbye." I thought that was kind of cool.
Yeah, I mean, it was very large speakers that they were just blasting that stuff at us, and they were waving they had an American flag that they were waving and a Norwegian flag that they were waving, and it was like, wow, this is some send off from a port.
Yeah, for sure.
That was pretty cool. So that's Ulden and Ålesund. And
so this was, I don't know, I'm just gonna, there's too many. So let me, all right. I was just trying to get some pictures of Alson. I know. I try to say it right, but you confuse me all the time.
Yeah. So anyway, then we went to Bergen.
Wait. Here, let me give you some. No pics.
How much time
Do
are
you
we going to
guys wanna
spend
see-
on this?
You guys want to see some pictures? I did like. Okay, so if anybody watches the Viking stuff, right? What? They have in there that there was one part, and I don't remember which one it was, but they were like, yeah, we're gonna block in this harbor, because of course they were all fishing villages and they were all in the water, they all had harbors and stuff like that, and so they had it where there was only one way in and one way out, and it was pretty cool to actually see that and kind of equate it with some of the shows that we watched and like for historical accuracy, right?
Yeah.
And so that was there's one picture of the harbor. I don't know which one you pulled up first, but so that was the walking tour. That was one of the buildings that was rebuilt.
Yeah, one of the Art Nouveau. Oh no. Let's see. Let me pull up another one.
Mm-hmm. That's part of the harbor.
Yeah.
Right there. I tried to get the other one where you can actually see like where the hello Scott. Good evening.
Welcome in, Scott.
We're showing some pictures. Yeah, so like there's only a very small opening at the harbor when you're coming in, and like we walked all around that, and I thought that was really cool.
Yeah.
To actually see that, and the history behind it was that that's how they protected their harbor, not just because they're all about fishing and farming, and so I thought that was really cool.
Yeah, when they talked about all the islands around there and how all the islands wanted a tunnel to go underneath the
this one had the tunnels.
Yeah, or one of them had the tunnels.
Oh, Molde had the tunnels, I think.
When that one got a tunnel, all the rest of the little islands that people lived on wanted tunnels.
I forgot to mention that.
It was like, no, we'll just use ferries, and so
they actually have tunnels that go from one place to another, like all the way underneath the water, all the way across.
Gotta have to, because trying to go around, you can't build a bridge across it because the fjords are too deep, or whatever, or the bridges would be too long, or whatever, and to drive around would take you 2 hours. And
so they put tunnels underneath the water. I totally forgot about that. Yeah. That was a pretty cool fact.
Yeah. Kind of interesting.
Yeah.
But that Ålesund was an interesting town. They did have actually had a good bit of shopping there.
They did. It was bigger.
And it was bigger, so there was more stuff to do there.
That Olden was the smallest out of them.
Yeah.
And then Molde, and then
and
Olsen.
Molde, we actually docked well away from the downtown area.
Mm-hmm.
For whatever reason. I think there was another ship in port.
It was a Viking ship, I think.
Yeah, so we were
Viking
actually
ocean liner.
Quite a ways away from the downtown area.
The Viking ocean liner gets dibs. I mean,
yeah, there was probably more shopping in that town if you were closer to it, which is kind of the same thing that happened to us in Bergen. So in Bergen
was the biggest port and
it's the second largest city in Norway.
Because the first one would be what, Oslo?
But yeah, I think so. But we were docked in a commercial port, whereas there was another cruise ship dock on the other side of the city, which was closer.
Like literally right there.
I mean, it was like right in the middle of all the stuff.
And we were quite a ways away.
Yeah, we were on the other side of
good 20 minutes to 30 minutes walk.
Yeah, so we were about at least a mile or so from the main area of the town. You'd had to walk through this industrial district or get a bus, which is what we did.
Well, we had an excursion, right? We had a bus tour that picked us up right there and took us on a little sightseeing tour, and then we stopped at an ice bar.
Yep. And then we did an ice bar. we saw some different areas around town, and then they took us to, oh, what's the name of that area in Bergen?
I don't remember.
With
Oh.
all those storefronts. It's iconic.
Oh, we have it on the
Um,
fridge.
Yeah, we've got it on the fridge.
Yeah. Do you want a picture of that one? All right, more pictures, y'all. I'm sharing stuff. HR sharing stuff. Pick up. Oh, did I get? No, this is it right here. So that.
Yeah, that's right. Bregen, is the famous area there in Norway, and Bergen, and it's just a historic row of buildings that these wooden merchant buildings that were all built right on top of each other, basically.
Yeah, there's a good one. Okay, so here's a few more than I've sent you in the past.
Okay, well,
it's fine.
Remember, I've got to convert all these and then drop them on the screen.
Oh, it will take you 2 seconds because you're good. You're good at that.
Oh,
yeah, but you guys, everybody that's with us right now likes to see those for sure. See how easy that is? He converted them in like 20 seconds, not even. But now it takes longer for him to actually import it. All right.
So let's see what we got.
So what do we got? Those are the houses right there.
Yeah, those. Well, they're not houses; they're merchant buildings.
Mm-hmm.
But they're all lined up, and they're all different kinds of shops and things. It's a really cool area. Let's see what this is.
Just some of the harbor. Nothing.
And there they are.
Yeah, and some closer ones.
Bergen. So you got nightclubs, and you had like bakeries and tourist shops, and that was a hotel. So yeah, lots of really cool looking stuff.
Yeah.
In this area, I wish we would have had more time, but I mean, we could have stayed longer, but we would have had to walk back to port, and it was quite a haul.
Walk, yeah.
So,
and we did. Yeah. We were afraid that we were just running too short on time.
Yeah.
So. Yeah. And that was just that's kind of where we were in that port.
Right. So as you can see, this port is like an entire industrial area, and those.
Yeah, you can see all the cargo and stuff.
Yeah. So we would have had to walk quite a ways to get back to the ship, or try to get a cab or something like that. And it's just, we just took the bus back and said, all right, that'll do for Bergen.
And it was a fairly decent long day, because we stayed there for a while. They gave us some time to kind of shop and do some things, and then they're like, you can stay or you can come back with us. And we're like,
yeah, I think they gave us like an hour or something.
Yeah.
There. So it was a good amount of time. It was pretty cool.
It was enough to like run into about 4 stores.
Yeah.
3 or 4 places.
That's about it.
Yeah.
I mean, there was
because everybody else was there, so like it was pretty packed.
Yeah, there was another place I wanted to go to. There was like a Viking store up above this one store.
Yeah, but we ran out of time.
Just ran out of time. Didn't get a chance to go up there.
So, and that was more. That was bigger, and there was a lot more houses, and it was more populated area. So that's why I'm glad that we went from like the smaller villages and then progressed to the larger, more populated areas, because it kind of eased us in nicely.
So Scott's asking what were the temperatures like? They ranged from the upper 40s to maybe up as high as 60. Maybe a little bit more on certain days. It depends on where you were.
That was in Norway.
In Norway, yes.
In Amsterdam, it was like 90 degrees with like what's the alerts?
Oh, high heat advisory.
Yeah. Yeah, it was
Well,
so
high heat for
hot.
Amsterdam. Yeah. Not
Oh,
necessarily for the deep south, but
yeah,
Amsterdam for sure.
of course.
All right. So
Yes. Are you
what else?
about what?
Well, we've got about 15 minutes
I
left.
know we got about 15 minutes left. Any more
So that was
questions?
yeah, that was pretty much the trip. Did we try any Norwegian food while we were there?
We got to talk about the trolls
Okay.
because that's a big thing.
Trolls are
That's
a big thing.
Huge thing.
In fact,
Should I give you one picture
when
of
it's
the trolls?
when it's cloudy and rainy and foggy and all that, they call that troll weather, because according to legend, trolls can't come out in the sunlight or they turn into stone. But they can come out when it's cloudy and rainy and all that, so they call it troll weather. Leave the pictures and let's talk about
people the trolls. Yeah. Okay.
let's stay focused on our on our discussion here.
Well, I wanted to talk about the trolls, and I wanted to show them the trolls because they're a huge thing, and they talk about it. There's a lot of trolls in folklore there, and everywhere you go, you're gonna see trolls in all of the stores and like any kind of books or anything like that. It was a very big thing. So I just wanted to share a picture of the trolls. Get ready. The trolls.
So yeah, they had trolls all over the place, troll statues. There was a store that sold nothing but troll statues in Olden, and of course you had them everywhere, but that one seemed to have a lot of the maybe the original troll design statues.
It was fun.
Yeah. So anyway, were they under the bridges?
They were everywhere.
They were everywhere. Yep. You never knew when you would see a troll.
And then they would say that it was like if it was partly cloudy or something. They
I
were
just said that a minute ago.
Oh, that it was
the troll weather.
No, that it was tricking them, because you think that they come out and then the sun comes out or something because the weather changes. I don't know. It was just fun. All that was fun. Yeah.
All right. So Norway. What was our overall impression of Norway?
I liked it.
And it is definitely a unique cruise. Mm-hmm. It's a geography and environment that you probably will not see in pretty much any other place that you would cruise. Are there similarities to Alaska and Alaska cruise?
Well, let me just say before that, I felt I felt a lot of history, like just being there, not even just being told stuff. It was kind of like, all the Vikings and all of that, the stuff that they went through and being so far up and, all this stuff. It was really cool to be able to see that and not just see it on like TV or shows or, whatever, to actually see it. I thought that was really awesome. I really enjoyed that.
And of course, the Vikings were not a people. They were a thing that they did. Okay. And that's one of the things that they said about it, most of the people lived in little villages and they fished and they hunted and did stuff like that. Did they go a Viking? Yes. They would all load up in a ship, go off to try to raid someplace, and half the time they didn't make it back because the North Sea is treacherous. Other times they were successful, but anyway.
Okay, so now you can talk about Alaska. I just didn't want to go to Alaska before saying that last thing about Norway. So.
Okay. Alaska and Norway. These two, those two cruises often get compared, mainly because of the weather, because the weather is very similar. The sights to some extent, but not really.
They have the some similarities with the mountains and the
some similarities,
and
but
waterfalls and
yeah,
glaciers and stuff like that.
that's about where the similarities end. In Norway, if you can see mountains, they're all very close around you, and you can't really see much
Beyond that,
beyond that or very far in the distance. Whereas Alaska, it's like it is just so vast and expansive, especially when you get into, like Glacier Bay National Park or College Fjord. It's just these huge, huge areas, massive glaciers that you can sail right up to. That's not really the case in Norway. Most of the glaciers are up in the mountains, so you'd have to take a trip to get up to them. And they don't, you don't have the calving or anything like that you would have in Alaska. The weather, like I say, is very similar. You do want to dress in those layers and make sure that you have waterproof gear with you. So that's kind of a similarity. But the other thing that we had heard about and we noticed while we were there is that wildlife really does not play a part in a Norwegian.
That is the biggest
cruise.
difference between Norway and Alaska, is that
Yeah.
they're while they have some animals or whatever, there's not really.
Sure, they've got something.
Yeah,
there.
There's
but,
not really any wildlife that you're able to see.
Right. If you want to see reindeer, or you're going to have to go on a hike and hope you get lucky, in some upper mountain.
Right. We didn't see any whales.
Yep. There are no whales really to speak of. None of the bears or bald eagles or any of that kind of stuff or otters that you saw in abundance in Alaska. Yeah. So that makes it very, very different. All you can really do is look at the scenery that tends to be fairly close to you.
Well, and the fjords are just beautiful.
They're beautiful.
When you didn't have that in Alaska.
Right.
I mean, you did have the waterways, but they weren't that vibrant in color, and they were wider. They were the fjords were thinner and longer.
The fjords were very narrow.
Deeper. Yeah, narrow, deep.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
I mean, there are fjords in Alaska, but they tend to be much larger, much wider. The mountains are probably about the same height, but anyway, so a lot of differences. Overall, what do you prefer? If you had a choice between doing a Norwegian or a Norwegian fjord cruise or an Alaska cruise, what would you pick?
That's tough.
Yeah.
I which side you like better? So Alaska was amazing. And yes, I want to go to Alaska over and over again. However, I really enjoyed going to Norway and experiencing something further away, that I would not be able to get to as easy. Not that Alaska's easy to get to, but would I do Norway again? Maybe, maybe not. Would I do Alaska again? Yes. So
that kind of answers that question right there.
But I wouldn't want to not go to Norway.
Yeah. Having gone to Norway, maybe.
I'm really excited that we went, and I'm glad that we went.
I enjoyed it.
Very much.
To me, is it I've got to do this again soon? No. Alaska, I came back from Alaska, the Alaskan cruise, and I said, I want to do this cruise every year.
Yes, that is a true story.
So,
but to do Norway at least once in your life, yes,
absolutely. I mean, it's like anything else.
Way worth it.
Do I want to do, like a Hawaii cruise? Sure, that would be cool. Do I want to do an Australia cruise? Yeah, that would be cool too.
Right.
Or a Japan cruise. Yeah, all of those are, I'm sure, amazing, cool cruises.
Yes.
Would I want to do them every year? I don't know. Alaska, I enjoyed Alaska immensely, and
But
I could probably do that every year.
we actually have, and this is the I'm gonna so let me be like Prince Charles, right? Mark me. No, he always said mark me to
Who?
like write it down. Prince Charles, the Bonnie Prince.
Oh,
So yeah. Anyway, so we have an Alaska cruise booked in June of next year.
yeah.
And so we will get our chance to go back again.
Yes, and we're
And
seeing
I'm-
different glaciers this time.
Yes, and I'm very curious to see if we have the same mentality that we have right now when we go back and be like, oh my God, that was amazing. We still need to go back every year. I am very curious to see if that's how we feel after we do this
Okay.
next one.
Should be interesting.
Yeah. I'm very excited to bring that to you, but you're gonna have to wait about 8 to 10 months. No more than that. How long? Almost a year.
Wow.
You're gonna have to wait quite a while to get that
Yeah,
particular answer.
Probably about a year you'll be seeing those videos.
Yeah, but we'll talk about it. I'm curious just for myself, just because I know how much we loved Alaska, and the wildlife and the that we got to see. So,
yep.
And I think that's what made it worth it for us too. Was that?
Yeah, I mean,
was the wildlife
in Alaska, you just never knew what you'd see.
Yeah,
you had to keep your eyes open at all times.
We had an inside cabin on the cruise. And
we did.
We were hardly in it because we just like, oh my God, what are we going to miss this?
What are we going to
see? What are we going to do? Oh my God. And then we go and we would have lunch or dinner or whatever it was, breakfast. And
we had brunch that morning.
Yeah.
And I'm looking out. We're sitting in the very back of the ship by a window. And I'm looking out there and I'm like, what's that out there behind us? And I started looking and looking. Uh-huh. Wow. That's a pod of orcas back behind our ship. So, yeah. Which cruise line? Well, we were on Celebrity.
The first time we were on
Celebrity in Norway.
No, we were not. Oh, in Norway, yes. Well, because I thought he was talking about Alaska.
In Alaska, the first time we were on Holland America.
New Amsterdam.
And coming up next year, we're going to be on Royal Caribbean.
Do you remember which one?
Is it
Allure? Hold on. I could tell you. Hold on. You talk. I'll tell her.
Anyway, and we've got different ports. So
Quantum
of the Seas. Yeah, we're going to be going to
I just happen to have it. It's going out of Seattle. It's a round trip. The first time that we went was land and sea, so it was not a round trip. We are going to Sitka, which we have never been to. Skagway.
Then we're going to cruise Endicott Arm and Dawes Glacier, which is different from what we've been to before.
And British Columbia.
Yep. So, anyway, much bigger ship this time. Mm-hmm. Plenty of things to do on this ship.
And I think we have a balcony this time.
Yes, and we have a balcony. So,
which would be
that was the challenge of that first Alaska cruise.
Well, because we're like.
There's
it's really expensive, and we're like, oh, let's save some money. Let's do an inside cabin. And then we had listened to some of the cruise experts out there. They're like, oh, you don't need a balcony cabin on Alaska cruise. You'll never be in your cabin. Well, there's sometimes that you got to be in your cabin. Well, and when you are going through certain areas, it would be kind of nice to not have to run up to the top deck to.
For sure.
Yeah, especially if it's raining or it's cold.
Especially for me, who's trying to get video of these things. And I want to do a time lapse coming into port or something. And I got to stand out there on the deck with my camera and just stand there with it. Or I can go on my balcony, set it up and forget about it. So.
Yeah, so
that's what happens when you're trying to film all this stuff in addition to seeing it.
So for the average person, yes, you could potentially use an inside cabin because you'll be out.
And there's so much to see in Alaska.
There is so much
that unless you wanted to spend all of your time out on deck, fighting some of the other crowds, especially with the glaciers, because they open up
Everybody's
decks and things,
inside,
and
right?
everybody's inside until it's a glacier day, and then everybody's out on deck, and you can't even get to the rail to see anything.
No, I froze my butt off that day.
Whereas if you've got a balcony cabin, you can just go out on your balcony and hope that it's facing the right way. And if it's not, well, the ship's going to turn around and be facing the right way, so your side can see it too.
That's true. They do that.
Yeah.
They do.
But the other thing about that
we're getting 10 o'clock. So
yeah,
wind it up. Okay.
Is they're like, oh, one of the best places to see as we're cruising is go to the Crow's Nest, which was the big observation lounge.
Oh, no, that was full every day.
It was full.
Day.
And
the condensation on that.
Let me tell you, the condensation on the windows and the salt spray and everything else, you couldn't see that well out of it. And certainly couldn't film anything out of it.
No.
Because your camera would just focus on all those spots on the window.
Yeah.
But anyway, so it goes.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, I hope you guys have enjoyed this. Next week, we're going to be talking about Amsterdam and our experience there. Would we go back?
We'll have to let you know.
We will let you guys know next week. All right, guys. Thanks for joining us. And until next time, from peaks to tides.
Wait, you're supposed to do the...
Oh, do I got to do the music?
Well, yeah, it's a thing now, right? Come on, guys.
All right.
Isn't it a thing? Right, it's a thing. It's an outro.
From peaks to tides, mountains to sea crew ride. From peaks to tides, mountains to sea crew ride.
Thank you all for coming out. Really appreciate it.
Appreciate you coming in.
Which side do you like
spending your
better?
hour with us.
Okay, here we go. Getting ready. Oh no, it's still not slowing down. Here it goes.
There you go. All right, guys. Until next time, from peaks to tides.
Peace out. See you on the next ride. Thanks for coming out, y'all. Good night.